This video will show several ways in which the receptacle families can be manipulated to achieve various graphic results within the documentation. On the screen here we have a 3D view on the right, a plan view in the upper left, and an elevation view in the lower left. The first challenge that we'll look at is when a receptacle is aligned with a wall switch. In plan view, it creates a graphical situation where the symbols are on top of each other and difficult to read. To solve this problem, the package has the ability to offset the symbol from the wall. So traditionally, if you were to just type in an offset value using the built-in offset command, it looks correct in plan. We can see the wall switch symbol is still against the wall, and the receptacle symbol is away from the wall. However, that also moved the 3D geometry, as we can see in the 3D view. So to overcome this problem, we have another parameter called type offset here. So basically that means whatever you've typed in the offset parameter, type that same value in the secondary parameter. And basically what that does is it repositions the 3D geometry back into its original position, leaving the symbol and its connector out away from the wall. So if you're showing wiring, you can show your wire going to the symbol. So it still looks correct in elevation, in 3D, but in plan view, we have an opportunity to offset the symbol from the wall. The same would be true with the switch family. Another problem we might run into is when we have two receptacles close to each other. We can see in plan here that the symbols overlap and don't really look all that great. So when we select the family, we'll notice one of the parameters near the bottom of the list is offset along the wall, and this is talking about the symbol. So if I type 9 foot, we're basically just adding or subtracting from that default 10-foot value. So we can see the symbol moved in plan, but it's still in the correct location in elevation and the 3D view, and therefore would be in the correct location in the architect's interior elevations when this MEP model is linked into their environment. The last thing that we'll look at is how we can control the labels that are built into the receptacle family. So these are being controlled by the type, so GFI 84 inch. Oftentimes this label is not exactly where you want it to be. So some of the options to control this are we select the family, and then in the properties we see there's an option to make the text either vertical or not vertical. So that positions the text so that it's readable. If we select this label again, we have some grips here that we can actually use to reposition the label wherever we want it. There's a grip here that's a little trickier to grab because this is also the same location for the family grip. So we want to press tab one time and then drag it. And so with these two grips and the text vertical parameter, we can position that label wherever we want and not have to rely on using a separate tag.